right, so I am here in Tampa, Florida, and this is training footage from today. I actually got in yesterday, and we hit up a leg session this morning at Strive Fitness, which is a local gym here in Tampa, Florida. It's pretty awesome. So I trained with Paul, and who I'm staying with. I will link his channel below. We did lower body and a lot of glute work. You'll see a little glimpse of that. I got to see Paul, and then Paul and Lauren. So Lauren is also on Core and is a sponsored elite athlete as well as Paul. So it was really cool to have us together, being able just to be around other people who are just kind of do the same thing that you do and kick butt in the gym. So we really pushed each other today during this training session. Stacks on stacks for cable pull-throughs. Look at that. Get that booty, Paul. So we were maxing out the cable machines for cable pull-throughs, which I have footage of myself, but it's not on here, of doing the entire stack. So if you want to check that out, plug for my Instagram, KDN100. We have a lot of just footage, fun footage from the day over there, so I will put that link below. We ended the session with hip thrusts, and I was peer pressured. I'm blaming Paul and Lauren into doing 30 reps on my last set, and I actually got 30 reps with 225 on hip thrusts. So PR, baby. Yeah. How many can you guys do? That's a challenge for you all, but don't get injured and then blame me. So if you want to do 225, see how many reps you can do after doing 3 sets and comment below. So challenge, if you're strong enough to do that. So don't injure yourself. So then we went over to the USF lab and we got our body fat tested. So the first thing that we did, you'll see here, was an in-body test. So Danielle, she is a student here at the lab at USF studying exercise science, and she was kind enough to do this for us. So she opened the lab for us to test our body fat. So this in-body tends to be a little bit more inaccurate. It measured my weight accurately at 141.2 pounds. And it essentially does scans of your body, grabbing these, well, you put your hands on these. I honestly don't really know how it works, but something with how much fluid, and I'm not really sure. I would have to ask Danielle exactly how it scans and tells a body fat percentage, but it measured me extremely low. So actually the reading that we ended up getting for body fat on this was 5.7%, which I predicted would be very inaccurate, and Danielle said that this tends to be pretty inaccurate when comparing it to an ultrasound or to something else such as a DEXA. So next we moved on to the ultrasound, and there are specific points. So we first did a caliper and then we actually did the ultrasound. So measuring the fat thickness at these various points on my body. So as you can see here, you'll see Danielle taking a caliper and measuring the body fat thickness at these various locations. So currently I am about 8 weeks post-show, and just as a kind of spoiler, my body fat from the ultrasound ended up being 10.5%. And Paul and I had a bet. He bet that I was going to be 11%. I bet that I was going to be 10%. So if you take in the in-body, or if you account for that as well, I technically win. So I'm still claiming a win on that. But I am 8 weeks post-show, so this is not a typical female body fat measurement. I have regained body fat since my show. I am up about 10 pounds or so, 8 pounds, I don't know. It fluctuates depending on the day. since my show. So this is not a typical like body fat percentage that I recommend for the general population at all. This was just an interesting measure to see where I was at, see how much lean body mass I have. Paul also got his done, as you'll see a little clip here on the end, just as an interesting measure to see and also to compare the in-body to the ultrasound. So I am hoping when I get back in Columbus to get a DEXA done and then maybe compare for you guys. So if that's something you'd be interested in seeing, comment below and maybe I will do that. So we will have more footage here from Tampa coming up, so stay tuned.